Welcome back to Open Window Politics. We're going to be doing a Buttigieg versus Vance prediction. Let's get started with the first state, that being the state of Nevada. The state of Nevada I'm going to put into the lean blue column. This will be a state that I think Democrats will fairly be able to win back. This state did go red in 2024, but I think in the long run that the Sun Belt, the four southern states here, swing states on the map, are going to become more and more Democratic friendly, so that's going to be the call I'll do there for Nevada. I think Arizona will probably take a little while longer than Nevada in order to become a lean blue state. At the moment, I think a tilt blue characterization is the most likely, which is why I will put it in that column. I think Buttigieg would be a strong contender. He now has federal experience. He worked as the Secretary of Transportation in the Biden administration. Before that, he was a 2020 presidential candidate. He actually did quite well in Iowa, the first state in the primary, but he eventually ended up dropping out and endorsing Biden, which is partially why he got the nomination to the cabinet. But that's going to be the state of Arizona there. And generally, Buttigieg is regarded as somewhat of a moderate. He's gone on Fox News a couple times to appeal to Republicans and moderates in general and independents. And I think that he would play well in a state like Arizona, which generally likes electing moderates, plus the national environment right now is quite a bit more favorable to Democrats than it was in 2024. So that's going to be the call there. And then I did forget to do the district here in Maine. I'm going to put that one in the lean red. I think it's possible with the right candidate, this one could go tilt, maybe even tilt blue. But at the moment, I don't think that it's the most likely, so I'll keep that in the Republican Party's column. That's going to be one more electoral college vote for Vance, bringing the total to 242 to 219. And then we'll head over to the Sun Belt, the eastern half, starting out with Georgia. Georgia, I think, will be a pretty relatively easy state for Democrats to pick back up. The state has had positive election results for Democrats since 2024 on the statewide level as well, which has shown Democrats are looking for a good win. First this November during the midterms, and then again in 2028 on the presidential level. So that's going to be the call there in Georgia. North Carolina, I think, will probably end up on the other side of the political spectrum. Going to put that into the tilt red column. This state, I think, has the potential to go blue if the national environment continues to improve for Democrats. The state hasn't gone blue on the presidential level since 2008, and that was really as close to a best case scenario for Democrats as it's ever gotten. In recent election years. So that's going to be the call there in North Carolina. Going to keep it in the Republican Party's column. Next up, we're going to get to the district here in Nebraska. This district I'm going to put into the lean blue column. I think this will be a fairly easy one. Harris even won this district, so if she can win it in 2024 in an environment that's not at all good for Democrats, I think that Buttigieg could win it if the election were to be held today between these two candidates. Next up, we're going to head over to Michigan, the next state I feel the most confident in calling. This is now Pete Buttigieg's home state, and J.D. Vance, of course, is winning his home state of Ohio by a likely margin. I think if the Republican candidate were someone else, that Ohio would probably go into the lean red margin. As you can tell here, I have Texas and Iowa in the lean red instead of likely. But as far as Michigan goes, going to put that into the lean blue column, and that brings Buttigieg across the finish line. The next state I will call is the state of Wisconsin, which is going to be in the lean blue category as well. And then finally, the state that I think J.D. Vance has the second best hope in. I think North Carolina is probably going to go his way. But I think Pennsylvania would probably be the second option that he could potentially win, but at the end of the day, I still think it'll be a Democratic victory for Buttigieg, but I am going to call it as a narrower race, showing at 19 electoral college votes in the tilt blue column. That brings the total to 303 to 235 with a Buttigieg victory. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.